Hello guys, thanks for tuning in. As promised, today I will do the video on how to install the crawl control and multi-terrain select on your Lexus GX460. It should be a pretty quick one, so stay tuned, and hope I can help you guys out if you're trying to add this feature or these features on your GX. Guys, here's what we do. Open your cup holder, put your shifter into neutral, obviously have your foot brake on, emergency brake. Let's switch off the sensors so we don't hear that beeping. Alright, you start by lifting here and here just at the same time. Alright, so now you know you have that done. Then you take your shifter and you start turning it counterclockwise. Hold the little rubber boot. The little rubber boot is attached to the shifter, so you gotta pull up on it a little bit. And there you go. That's your shifter. Put that aside. Next up, lift, and well, you know what, I think it's a better idea to remove the little side trim panels. I think that's what I did. It'll just help release this panel easier. So it's held in by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 clips, and it's really easy to remove. And let's take this one out as well. Start from the edge right here and just push out or pull out and keep going forward. Keep going. Gently pry. There we go. Alright, now feel free to lift and pull. This panel on the back has a couple of clips, that's why you gotta pull after you lift. And before you pull it out completely, there are some clips on the bottom, connectors. I'll show you guys in a bit. You can probably see them. All you gotta do is squeeze on the little tabs and pull down. Squeeze the tabs and pull down. Alright, so just start with the one, with the big one where you've got 3 connectors. Alright, that's the 3 connector wire harness. Do that one first, and then you've got one at the front portion with 2 connectors. Squeeze and pull. Alright, there's one more. It's a gray one. How did I do this one? Hold on. Let me turn it the other way. Alright. Let's see, how does this come out? Does it just pull out? I'm not sure. Oh, you also squeeze it. You squeeze this little plastic portion of it. And this one was like the other 3. Alright, you can put your car in park now. And hold on, I got some stuff in here. I got a penny and a lighter. How did a penny get in here? I don't even use coins. All right, close this up. And here we have the panel. This is the panel that we're going to replace the buttons for the crowd control. I already have mine installed, but I'll show you guys. Make sure you don't take out there's a screw right there and some screws right here. You don't take those out. That'll just take out the board. But if you want to take out the whole thing, you got to take out these black screws right here, and there's some in here and here. So there's two here at the top and there's two down here. The black screws, those are the ones you unscrew, and I'll show you what happens when you unscrew them. Alright, this is just a little screwdriver set. It's just something I keep by the front door in case I need to do something small. So, alright. Alright, all you do is unscrew these two and then those top two. I don't know if you can see it. And there's one under these little, under this little harness. But you'll see it when you get it out. Alright, you guys. And you've got two connectors. Let me show you. You see this one right here? You squeeze the tab right here and pull. There we go. You have another one right here. You squeeze the tab and pull. There you go. Now what you want to do is you want to release. There's a little retaining clip here for this harness. So what you want to do is right from the side, you want to push one of the little tabs inwards and then pull at the same time, and then do the other side. There's a little clip, you push that in, and then that'll release this. You can see that it's got little things you can press in on the sides. Once you do that, you're done. Pull out your old switch and install your new switch with the crowd control. So what I was talking about was I made this mistake myself. I didn't really look at it, but at first I tried to remove these screws. So basically I took the switch apart instead of just taking this whole thing apart, because you're gonna get this whole thing when you order it from Toyota or Lexus. Obviously Lexus. So you put your new switch in, you take your old switch out, you put your new switch in, just like that. It's done, and you connect everything back up the way it was. You connect this right here, little retainer. You connect your switches back up. Just push them in. They'll click into place. And my friends, that's all you gotta do to add your crowd control switch. We'll talk about the programming in a little bit, but now let me show you how to put everything back together. and start guiding the shifter stick and put it through. All right, and now you will have to start pushing the panel in so that the back clips can engage. All right, I just pushed that in, and then now you push down, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. Here's your shifter. Don't clip the boot into the shifter until you finish screwing it in clockwise. So just screw it in nicely. And you can't mess this up. The wood part sits at the back because there's a little plastic knob, little piece that goes into the back of the boot. So you really can't screw this up. Get it nice and tight. That's it right there. I think that's straight. All right, and clip this in, and that's it, you guys. Crowd control installed. Let's put the panels back in, the little side trim panels. Oh, this is so soft. You can tell this is real leather. It's so nice and squishy. It's got some kind of foam backing on it. That's why it's so squishy. Alright, you guys. Now be very careful when you reinstall this. You don't want to break something. Okay, start with the top. Push that in. Alright, that one's installed. And let's do this one. Make sure the clips are aligned with the little holes that they're going to go in, and start from the top. Alright, you guys, that's it. Crowd control is added. Now I'll show you guys how to do the multi-terrain select. The computer, or the little module, is in here. You gotta take this piece out, the glove box, the kick panel on the right over there, and the door sill. So stay tuned. Alright, you guys, we start by removing this trim again, the one that we removed when we did the crowd control. And now you have access to remove this little piece here and this little piece here. Next up, we remove this little trim panel. For that, I recommend trim removal tools or plastic pry removal tools. I'll leave a link down in the description. I recommend you guys get a nice set. Trust me, it'll pay for itself. You can do so many things with the pry tools, from removing door panels, trim pieces. It's just a nice thing to have. That way you don't damage any plastics or anything. So, all right, we start right here. Oh yeah, we gotta remove this as well. You start right here, put your trim pry tool here, pull this out, and then do the rest with your hands. Actually, leave that for now. This is the one you gotta remove. Just pull it out from here, stick your fingers in here and just pull gently, making sure not to break anything. And this piece is attached to that plastic piece right there. There we go. Put that aside. Alright, next up, let's remove first let's remove the floor mat or all-weather liner, whatever you have. I got a OEM Lexus one. I'll leave links for this as well. Very nice, very durable, easy to clean. It's original. Alright, next up, we remove this door sill plastic trim. Let's see. I will start from this side, stick it under here, and then lift gently. And then use your fingers for the rest of the way. There we go. There is one connector here. I have no idea what it's for. I'm guessing if you have illuminated door sills, because it's just a black and red wire going into a connector. This is the piece. I'm guessing if you had the illuminated door sills, it would have a wire coming out of here. But yeah, these are little clips. And let me switch. And these little plastic pieces, they go into this and this and this and this. So all right, put this aside. All right, next up, we have to remove this. And basically, if you watch my video on installing the remote start, you'll know how to do this. There's a little plastic nut or something. You gotta unscrew that by hand and then pull this little kick panel off. This is what I'm talking about right here. You just undo this by hand, counterclockwise. Put this aside. Alright, now you can pull that panel out, that little kick panel. You just pull it towards you. It's held in by clips again. Here we go. It's got a little clip right here, or whatever this is called, and then this goes into this little metal piece right here. It goes on the door. Put this aside. All right, next up, pull on this weather seal. That way you'll get access to remove this. This is also held in by clips. That aside. All right, next up, we need to remove, there's a little black plastic panel down here. I believe it's held in, yeah, by one screw. One black screw, that's it. And I really recommend getting one of these. I'll leave a link in the description. It's really handy. You can keep one in your GX, keep one by your front door. Just, you know, just have one ready nearby. You've got so many things you could use it for. All right, now I'm going to remove this panel. You just pull down on it. It's also held down on with clips. There we go. You can disconnect this as well. There's a little connector here for your foot lighting. Let's see. and there's a little cable holder right there. It's the same thing as on the panel for the crawl control. You got to push in the tab from the one side and then the other side, and then it'll come out, I think. Oh no, this one you just pull out. This one you just pull out of this right here. You just pull it out. That's all you do. All right, put this aside. And I'm doing this in real time, so you'll see how quick it is to get this multi-terrain select installed. Next up, we gotta take this airbag out. Let me see, how did I do this? Oh yeah, you just pry this as well. And then there's also a little piece right there you want to take out right here. Just pull out on pull on it, and a little trim piece. It's also got little clips. Put that to the side. All right, now you've got access to this. You can start pulling from that side. Just stick your fingers in and gently pry, or maybe not gently. Or actually, you might have to remove, I forgot how to do it. There's 10mm bolts right here and on that side, so actually get those out first. And this is where the little toolkit comes in handy. Put your little adapter in and a little socket, 10mm socket. Put it in the right direction to loosen. Alright, that's the other one. You know what? I just realized there's another 10mm you gotta take out, but you gotta take out this front little trim plate here. So let's go ahead and do that. Pull on it again as usual. There we go. Again, 2 clips here and then little guide thing that slots into somewhere. Put that aside. Alright, that's the third 10mm. Okay, now I believe we can get this airbag off. Basically pull down on this, get your pry tool and pry this open, and then keep going by hand. There we go. And I recommend you don't mess with the airbag disconnecting it. Just leave it to the side, just like that. Make sure there's not too much pressure on the cable. And now comes the glove box. It has to come out as well. You gotta open it up, and there's three little plastic covers that you gotta remove. There's 3 bolts holding this in. One on the right, one right there, and one right there. So again, plastic pry tools. Here we go. That's what they look like. And also put them to the side. You pry from the top. When you see this, it's gonna be like this. You grab your pry tool, stick it in here, and pry down. Lift, pry down. And that's the third one. And those bolts are also 10mm, but it also has a Phillips, but I like to use the sockets. So 10 millimeter it is. And 3, the last one. These are all the same size, so it doesn't matter if you mix them up or not. There's 2 more 10 millimeter bolts, one on both sides, one right here and one right there. Now you can only get to those when you remove the little airbag piece. So let's get those out real quick. So definitely do these first, because if you've already undone the clips on top, this is just gonna want to fall. So I'm gonna put one of these back in, or just gently put it in, lift it up and put it back into the little holes, the clips back into the holes, but don't push them in, just so it supports the glove compartment. And these are the same size as the other 10 millimeters, the first one, so it's not too bad about mixing them up. All right, you guys, that's the last one, I promise. Okay, now we can take out the glove compartment, glove box. And this has a little cable right here, again for the ambient lighting. You want to take your little screwdriver and push in the little tabs, so you can push this whole thing out, or just put it to the side just like that. Then you don't have to disconnect it. Alright, you guys, now you have access to the multi-terrain select module. I'll show you where it is and how to get it out. Alright, you guys, from here it's very simple. Remove the 10 millimeter screw that's on the bracket, which holds the multi-terrain select module. The bracket is already attached to the new module you're going to receive, so you don't need to take the bracket off of the old module. And basically, yeah, take off the 10 millimeter bolt, disconnect the module, put your new one back in, and put everything back together. And I'll show you now how it looks. Alright, that right there is your multi-terrain select module. That bolt right there is the one you gotta remove, and basically just disconnect the connector once you get it out, put your new one back in, and put everything back together. Make sure when you put this back in that you get these little plastic guides in the right spot. This right here and this right here. You'll see there's little slots they go in. Once you get those in, then you know you're ready and you can push the clips back in. All done. Alright, you guys, that was it. Now when you switch on your vehicle, you'll find the crawl control, the multi-terrain select in the settings, and then I'll talk about the crawl control in a second. Guys, we're finished with the multi-terrain select and crawl control installation. I'm going to show you how you will have the multi-terrain select options in your instrument cluster, and then I'll just go over how you can do your crawl control registration. I call it registration because you're basically registering it with the car, but have a look at the multi-terrain select. It automatically appears in the display. Okay, so this is how we engage the multi-terrain select. Press on this one time and hit enter, and now you've got mud and sand, which is the first one. You hit enter and now it's engaged. You can do mud and sand in high 4, and then if you want to change to loose rock, you hit enter. You got to put it in neutral, shift to 4 low. All right, return the 4-wheel drive control. Okay, so now we are in 4 low with loose rock on the multi-terrain select, so that switches off your traction control. You can see there it's in 4 low, and that right there, that indicator tells you you're on multi-terrain select. Okay, let's see if we want to change to mogul. What do we have to do? Okay, mogul is on, so we don't have to change anything. Let's try rock. Okay, we still don't have to change anything. So basically, all of the multi-terrain options have to be in 4 low, except for mud and sand. Mud and sand can be in 4 high. Let's see if I go back into mud and sand, will it tell me I have to go back in 4 high? No, you can do mud and sand in 4 low as well, or 4 high. Let's see, 4 high. Okay, traction control is back on, and now we're in mud and sand in 4 high. So you guys, basically, once you install the module for the multi-terrain select, you will have this menu in your instrument cluster display. You don't have to do anything to activate it, like or register it to the car. It's already there. So you just press this, and then you'll see it right there. It'll be on the first option. As far as the crawl control, that is something you have to register with the vehicle. It's called the 0-point calibration. You can do it with a switch, or you can do it with paper clips. I did it with paper clips. Really easy, really simple. I'll show you which pins of the OBD port connector you got to stick your paper clips in, and I'll put some links up in the description on good examples on some videos how you can do it without a switch or whatever, without taking it to the dealer, or if you don't have the Toyota TechStream software, you can do it this way as well. Or if you have the software, you can do it through the Toyota TechStream software. But I mean, it's pretty easy doing it yourself with the paper clip, so yeah, DIY all the way. All right, you guys, hang on, I'll show you the OBD port reader connector where you got to plug in your paper clips or switch with wires. Okay, my friends, this is your OBD port connector. So the last ones are this one and the one right above it. Those are the ones you gotta stick in your paper clips, and make sure they are the small paper clips, not the large ones. I don't think the large ones will fit in there. And basically, you gotta touch them, like make contact between the 2 paper clips whenever you have to. I'll post a link on how to do that. And once you register everything, you got to take it for a drive on a straight flat surface. I think you got to bring it up to 20 or 30 miles an hour at least for some amount of seconds. I don't know, but just check the links in the description. I've posted the links for the tools and the plastic pry tools. Very important, don't mess up your vehicles. And yeah, and I'll also post the link for the all-weather original Lexus mats. I highly recommend them. They come in 3 colors, the tan, the black, and I think a gray also. So make sure to check them out. Use my links if you can, if you're gonna buy it. It really helps me out. And if you guys have any other questions or comments, just leave them below. Please subscribe so I can make more of these videos, so I know you guys actually like my content. If not, then I don't want to waste my time or your time, so I would appreciate it if you guys subscribe and like my videos. And I'll be posting a video soon on my Lincoln. I got a really cool device to add wireless CarPlay to any vehicle, but I'll show it on my Lincoln because I have CarPlay on the Lincoln, and I wish I had that on the Lexus, but unfortunately our Lexuses are old technology in 2020, but I don't mind. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.